Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. There have been massive outcry for the Southeast to establish the anti-open grazing law, which some of them are not ready to do it because for them, they believe coexisting with the Fulanis will be the better option. But right now, the Ohanes and Igbo youth wing have spoken, and you're going to hear the content of their words. As much as they do not want anti-open grazing law, but they have put up also modalities to see how the Igbos can still coexisting. They can still coexist, with the Fulanis, though they have also outlined certain things they must do. Now, we are going to look at this and also look at the different paragraphs of what they have said and also talk about it. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our video. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Group, Grazing Igbo Youth Wing, yesterday said Igbo land would welcome law-abiding Fulani Herdsmen to do businesses in the Southeast region. The Deputy National President, Youth Wing, FCC Jones, disclosed this in a statement in Owerri. He said the manner some people have painted the Igbo as unreceptive of the Fulani is not true, but that the Igbos were interested in justice, equity, and mutual respect. However, he insisted the Igbo supported the ban on open grazing in Igbo land and the policy of the government of the region to foster peaceful coexistence between the herders and farmers. He warned some individuals who have now used the issue of cattle grazing to stoke ethnic crisis in their interest to stop it. According to Haneze, anyone who has been following events in the last couple of months would observe a desperate and well-coordinated propagation of a hateful and near xenophobic rhetorics across different conventional and informal media platforms. The obvious target of the promoters of this narrative is to present Igbos as being in a kind of cold war or being unreceptive of the Fulani or any other tribes in this country. These divisive elements have also latched on the very contentious issue surrounding the method of cattle grazing acceptable by different groups and regions in the country to advance their hateful tendencies while pretending to project and protect the interests of Igbos and their neighbors. It is also saddening that at a time when all stakeholders in Nigeria are expected to work for the progress, unity, healing, and prosperity of our troubled nation, some elements are hiding behind the most frightful form of ethnic nationalism to promote their personal and group political interests by cashing in on mob sentimentalism to sensationalize issues and discourses instead of encouraging responsible and constructive engagement and promoting the desired harmony for the peace and progress of Igbo land, especially, and Nigeria in general. He went further to say that the preponderance of opinion among Igbos at home and in the diaspora shows that the ban on open grazing of cattle anywhere in Igbo land is overwhelmingly popular and is therefore a settled issue and is not subject to negotiations. However, this does not mean that individual businessmen who wish to invest in cattle ranching anywhere in Igbo and are barred from doing so. Any policy of government aimed at fostering peaceful coexistence between herdsmen, farmers, and other local population across Igbo land is acceptable and should be encouraged. Igbo has the right to defend themselves against the invasion of any group of criminals or terrorists, no matter where they may be coming from. Hence, terrorist herdsmen under any guise who are found anywhere close to Ala Igbo will not live to tell their experience. Any herdsmen found with a gun or any kind of weapon except the sticks with which they herd their cattle will be treated as an invader and also an insurgent. We welcome law-abiding Fulani and indeed anyone or group from any part of the country and even from outside the country to Igbo land to do their businesses, socialize with us, and even acquire and own properties legally anywhere in Igbo land without fear of extortion or molestation. The federal government must respect our decision on ban on open grazing by ensuring that in creating or reviewing the so-called grazing route, southeastern and indeed all parts of Igbo land are not included as grazing routes. Igbo shall continue to treat every other Nigerian, no matter their tribe, trade, or tradition, as brothers and friends, as long as no one tries to take our patriotism, hospitality, and loyalty to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for granted. The federal government and all members of the leadership class should make conscious effort to promote peace based on justice, love based on truth, and progress based on equity. These will help in sending troublemakers and crisis merchants out of business. That was the word of Ohanes and Igbo youth. And this is quite an interesting one if you take a look at how he sectionalized his opinion, with this issue of Fulani Herdsmen. Like we've always been saying, not all Fulanis are bad. But then, right now, considering the situation of things in Igbo land and how tense of the environment is, I just feel that the Fulani Herdsmen, the chief executive officers of the individual state, talking about the governors, should stop them from coming in first for business. Let the open grazing bill be passed to law and then be followed to the letter. Thereafter, you can now make provision for the people and said, well, if you're coming in to do anything like ranching, because since Nigeria is still one nation for now, the beauty of our diversity is unity. So at this point, you're now saying, well, if you are intending to do any business, you have to follow this procedure and follow this procedure and follow this procedure. And you must not, these are our do's and these are our don'ts. Now, because why I am a little bit supportive of what this guy is saying is because one of the things we have to know is that each of these state governors, they need to continue to generate, internal IGR, the internal revenue, generate internal revenue, and also there need to be some level of understanding, because when we are talking about the Ndibos, they're also littered in other places, but they're not causing problems. So you tell them that as you're coming in, you must not cause any issue. But then, for now, I feel everyone should be at a standstill, nothing like grazing and all of that, if we must bring back peace in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Right now, the environment is so tense, and as if even the government, the state government are like fighting the people are fighting the state government. And this is not good for development, I'm telling you. And this will go an extra mile in thwarting developmental strife of the state government, of individuals, and even of some indigenes, because most of them are already so scared to come in and invest there, considering the fact that some miscreants have used this opportunity with each things are happening in the southeast, to cash in on some rich people. Some of them have been killed in the process. So right now, it must be structured in such a way that it will be a win-win for everybody. It will be a win-win for the Ndibos, making them comfortable, because it troubles the heart that you come in and we are hosting you, and you won't even allow us to go to farm. That's not how it was before now. The funny aspect of this is that these Fulanis have been with us for years. But all of a sudden, what happened? What changed? So the good ones, like what is happening in Taraba State, we've heard what those guys are doing there. They quietly were dealing with the Fulanis, seeing that the Fulanis' intention was their intention was to grab their land. Excuse me. And they were quietly dealing with them. You understand? And how they were doing it was to go after those who are bearing arms. After a while, the other Fulanis were even the one that came together and said, we're going to be joining in this fight against these guys who are coming in to interrupt our peace. And that's one of the key requirements of this whole show. The people should also understand that the Fulanis who are going to be accepted to, station in the southeast, they must also understand, that they owe a duty to security. to secure the southeast. And how can they do it? Report anyone that you know is coming in to distort the peace existing between the peaceful Fulanis with the Igbos. Report them to appropriate authorities. First of all, report them to the people. And then, as much as you can help to ensure that these guys are captured, do same. Because whether we like it or not, we must coexist together. That is the beauty of being in a world like this. You understand?